continue working on the kidneys today. But in order to get started, let's get into our normal stance with our feet about shoulder width apart, our feet facing forward, our knees slightly bent, our pelvis relaxed. All right. And then we're going to just drop our shoulders so they're nice and relaxed. Kind of slightly tuck our chin. And it's like we have this silver thread pulling us up into the sky. Just keeping our stance nice and straight, like our spine is just stacked on top of one another, the vertebra. And now let's do some nice abdominal breathing. As you inhale, your stomach expands, pausing slightly at the top of the inhale. And as you exhale through the nose, feel your stomach going toward your spine as you slowly exhale. Now just tune into your breath with this abdominal breathing. Tuning in, being present. Noticing how your body feels. Tuning in. And then just relax. Let's start with knocking on the door of life, moving from our hips and our waist, keeping our feet firmly planted into the earth as we feel or imagine the roots growing out of our feet into the earth, down deep, keeping us nice and stable, a firm foundation. Bringing your attention again to that K1 point, the Yongquan bubbling springs point on the sole of the foot. It's kind of between the second and third metatarsal bones, 1/3 distance from the webs of the feet, basically right in between those balls of the feet. And that's the kidney 1 point. And so just visualize bringing up energy from the earth through that point, grounding us and having the earth energy come up through our body. And then now let's knock right below the collarbone. Knocking gently there, activating those lung 1 and lung 2 points right below the collarbone at that dip in the shoulder there. And then up over the shoulder. Knocking there, kind of at that place where the neck and the shoulder meet. We often hold a lot of tension, just knocking gently there, open that up. And then back down to the chest. And then down to the chi belt again. Slowing it down. Slowing it down. Allowing now your arms to just float around your body. Tuning in to what you feel. What do you feel on your skin? What do you feel on the bottoms of your feet? Noticing, tuning in, being present. Just relax. Take a moment to take some nice deep breaths. And now let's do some spinal cord breathing. Inhaling, we bring our arms back and open up that chest, and exhale, blowing it all out through our mouth. Tucking our tailbone in. Inhaling up. Exhale. We're activating our spine here. Opening up in the front, now opening up in the back. We're massaging our internal organs, our kidneys, our liver, spleen, all the organs. Is a nice massage. Inhaling all the goodness and exhaling energy that's no longer serving us. Opening and closing, just feeling that back open up. Three more. Very good. And just shake it out a little bit. Tune in, take some deep breaths, and just notice how your body feels. Tune into your face, your skull. See if you can relax it even more. Tune into your temples, your jaw, your neck, shoulders. Can you drop them? Are they relaxed? Your pelvis just drop. And feeling a nice firm foundation in your legs. Okay, let's take a little wider stance. Now, for some of you, you're going to be able to go really wide, and that's great. For some of you, you may not want to widen your stance so much, whatever is comfortable for your body. And so we're going to take a wider stance. We're going to bend over with our hands above our knees, and we're going to move the body like a river. So we're going to be moving from our hips and our waist. The head moves last. And I just want you to visualize, first of all, the movement coming from the hips and the waist, the low spine. It's like it's moving vertebra by vertebra up to where the neck and the head are the last to move. And then I want you to visualize that water element of a river. And it's like we're moving along, moving our body like water. And just tune into that sensation. Tune in also to that bubbling springs point at the bottom of your feet. And breathe in that earth energy up the legs. You can move a little faster if you want, or you can just slow it down, whatever works for you today. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put our elbow on above our knee, and we're going to swoop the other hand up and look under our arm, come down and go to the other side. It's kind of an extension of this moving the body like a river. So I want you to still imagine the water and how your body might move through that water. The kidneys, the winter, the water element. Exhale. Exhale. Inhale down. Exhale. Feeling the strength in your legs. You guys look great. And then forward bend, and let's wash out the sacred pools. So there's a little bounce in your knees, and we're just moving our arms, crossing in front of us. And then if you need to, bring your feet in a little bit, bending at the knees, roll up slowly, clasp your hands together, come up and arch back. Exhale, come down forward. Inhale slowly up, using your legs to help that movement. And one more up. And then relax. And let's shake that out a little bit. You guys are doing great. Good job. Is everybody doing all right? All right, good. Good. All right. Let's do tiger claw. And with tiger claw, what we're going to do is we're going to be putting our hands in claw hands like this. We're going to sort of have little claw hands here. And we're going to, during part of the movement, we're going to have our hands fairly taut and tense. And then on the exhale, we're going to relax. And the movement goes like this. We're going to sink into our legs, and we're going to inhale up. So the backs of our hands are kind of together here. Inhale up, and about the face level, we're going to extend our right hand forward. I'm mirroring this for you. Right hand forward, left hand back, and we sink. And then we're going to inhale up and exhale down. So on the inhale, we're tensing our arms. On the exhale, we're relaxing and letting go. Inhale. Again, inhaling and exhaling through the mouth, excuse me. Inhale through the nose. If you want, you can add a little tiger sound, like, and as you release that tiger sound, just release any energy that's not serving you anymore. Any anger, stress, frustration, fear, insecurity, sadness, grief. Just let it go. Now we're going to add a little something to this. We're going to come up and we're going to look back toward that other hand, pushing our arms away from each other. So coming up the center, looking back at that back hand. Relaxing on the inhale, tensing on the exhale. Now, if you want, we're going to try a little balance thing here. So if you need to grab a chair or something to hold on to, you might want to. So we're going to bring one leg up. Takes a little coordination. We're having to move our arms and our legs at the same time. You're doing great. One more on each side. 1, 2. Very good, and shake it out. All right, we're gonna do another wider stance here again. So whatever's comfortable for you. We're gonna do some swimming dragon. All righty. So we're gonna have our stance. We're gonna bend in that a little bit, whatever's comfortable for you. And let's establish our breathing, our hands in prayer hands. We're sunk a little bit here. We're gonna inhale, rise up. Exhale, sink. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We're gonna weight shift to our right. I'm gonna mirror this for you. And we're gonna put push our hand. We're gonna push our left hand toward the right, okay? And we're gonna look the opposite direction. Remember with these dragon flows, we're moving the body in the opposite direction. So we're pushing and pulling. All right, so we're gonna sink into the center and then go to the other side. So we're pushing that arm out, pushing our palms together, pushing that arm out, looking the opposite direction, coming to the center and pushing again. Inhaling to the center, exhale, push. Now come to the center. If you want to sink a little bit lower, you can. And then from your hips and your waist, we're going to start that swimming dragon. Our arms are not making the movement first. The arms are following along. The movement's coming from our hips and our waist. And we move up and up, 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 up to the very top. And if you want, you can go up on your tippy toes, stretching, and then come down and sink. And then let's reestablish our breath. Inhale, exhale. All right, now we're gonna weight shift to the left. The arm pushes left, we look right, sink a little bit more and go the opposite direction. And then just get into whatever speed is good for you. Exhaling when you push, inhaling back to center. Coming back to center, sinking a little more if you'd like, moving from your hips and your waist, and we'll swim up using your hips and your waist to guide your arms. Try not to even move them, except for up. And then up to the top and stretch up on your tippy toes. Now notice that bubbling springs. We're right on the bubbling springs, really activating that point. And then coming down to reestablish our breath. Inhale. All right, we're gonna do swimming dragon again. We're gonna move toward our right, looking toward the left, sinking, stretch. The swimming dragon and all the dragon exercises have been known for their longevity qualities. And it's like we're wringing out our internal organs, we're massaging them, And by pushing and pulling and by spiraling like this, all of those internal organs get a nice little massage. And it's very good at strengthening the legs and activating that bubbling springs point. Coming back to the center, sinking and swimming. And then just visualize yourself as a dragon just swimming, and then we're underneath the water, and then we come up and poke our head through and stretch. Really let that bubbling springs point activate there, and then come down. And let's establish our breath one more time. Very good. Walk it in and shake it out. Take a drink of water. All righty. We've done some nice stretches and warm-ups. Let's take some time to do some flows here. And just while you're doing these flows, tune into your body, tune into how your body's feeling. See if you can keep or get even more relaxed as we continue our movements. And just try and get into the flow, tuning into our movements can keep us present. We'll slow it down. That also helps us to be more focused and present on what we're doing. So let's pull down the heavens. Sinking a bit as we sink down, and then we're grabbing all of that earth energy. We're grabbing all of that universal energy, and we're going to bring it down our head, our heart, our body on the exhale. Now we're going to inhale through the nose and bringing all that in. We're going to exhale through the nose and bring all of that balance of earth and universal energy into our bodies. Rising and sinking. Now I'm going to be quiet just for a few times here, and let's just get into the flow. Seeing if you can relax even more. Very good, and just shake it out a little bit. All right, let's strengthen our Dan Tian and the Ming Men point in the back. So we've got our lower Dan Tian here, which is about 2, 3, 4 fingers below the belly button, right in there. And then the Ming Men point is behind there, kind of in between, by the spine, in between this point and the spine. Okay, so what we're going to do is let's bring our arms out like this or down, and we're going to Inhale as we bring our back of our hand to our Ming Men point and the palm to our lower Dan Tian on the inhale. And we're going to exhale and inhale. So we're going to rise up and gather that energy from around us and sink it into our lower Dan Tian. Now this strengthens the Dan Tian. We're bringing energy into it. This is where our original qi from our parents was stored. And this is where we can house all the energy we're bringing in, keeping a nice little reserve of energy for when you need it. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, rise. Inhale, sink that. And you can visualize a little pearl right in between your lower Dan Tian and that Ming Men point. Getting stronger, lighting up. Just getting into the flow. Tuning into your body to see if there's any place else you can relax even more. Your neck, your shoulders. Tuning into that Ming Men point. As we rise up, that earth energy comes up and into that lower Dan Tian. One more on each side. And just relax. All right, we had a full moon the other day, so let's turn and gaze at the moon. We're going to do less stretching on this one and try and make it a little more flowy since we're in our flows. So just keeping things relaxed. We're going to have our arms down in front, our fingers pointed down. And we're just going to sweep our arms up and gaze up at the moon. Now, when we use this as a stretch and then come down and up to the other side, when we use this as a stretch, I would probably have you turn around just a little bit more. But we're using this as a flow today, so we're just going to see if we can just get into the flow of it, keeping our body relaxed. Gazing up at that moon, gathering all that yin energy from the moon. I guess it's yang energy now because or the moon is a full moon. So now we've got more yang, more fire from that, but it's a yin. The moon is yin in general. The sun is more yang. The moon are yin. It's like we're just sweeping our arms up, gazing at that moon. Getting into the flow. Let's do one more on each side. Coming back to center, shake it out a little bit, relax, and just notice how your body feels. Let's do two hands circle. Again, we're going to keep our body nice and relaxed. We're going to bring our arms, down below with our palms up. We're going to weight shift to the left. I'm mirroring this for you. We're going to weight shift and we're going to draw a circle with our arms. Keeping our arms soft, allowing that movement to start at our hips and our waist. Our arms are just following. So keeping our arms relaxed, our shoulders, our neck, and just drawing that circle. Breathing slowly and deeply. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Sinking and rising. Gathering all the energy from the universe, from nature, from earth, and bringing it in to our bodies. One more this direction. Good job, guys. And now we're going to go the opposite. Feeling our body relax even more. Bringing all of that energy up and down through our body. Visualizing it in that lower Dan Tian. Let's do two more. And let's just relax. Shake it out a little bit. Let's do the fountain. Hands in front, palms up. We're going to hinge just a little bit forward, and as we do, the back of our hands come together. We have a nice firm, or our feet are firmly planted into the earth. Our legs are going to help us move our arms up and around like a fountain. Inhaling, bringing up that energy, and exhaling, let it fall down. Just allow yourself to relax and get into the flow of the movement. Let's do one more. And now we're going to move into a standing posture that correlates with the kidneys. It's called the bear. We're going to just have our hands palms up, our shoulders relaxed, our neck relaxed, and we're just going to have our knees slightly bent here with a firm grasp or firm foundation. You can close your eyes if you want or keep them open. Taking nice, deep abdominal breaths. Feeling your belly inhale, expand and contract. Breathing in and out through your nose. See if you can relax your neck more, your shoulders drop. Take one more nice deep breath. Come your arms down to front. Bring your left hand by your heart, your right hand under. Weight shift to your left, moving from your hips and your waist behind you. Switch your arms so that now the right is on top, the left below as you weight shift and go over to the right. Weight shift, turn. Weight shift, turn. Exhaling on the turn. Inhaling center. Exhaling. Or you can just sort of do your own natural breathing here, because it just kind of depends on how fast you're turning. This is called cloudy hands, associated with the fire, the heart energy. And just bring in love, joy, and compassion. Bring that into your heart. Smiling into your heart with a nice inner smile, sending it some bright red light, like the glow of a fire, filling your heart with love, joy, and compassion. Good job. Just getting into the flow. Tuning into your body. Noticing the movement. Seeing if you can relax even more. And now coming back to center. Taking some nice deep breaths. Making a nice, your hands facing each other with a nice little chi ball. So just visualize a chi ball of energy in your hands and your palms, and see if you can feel that energy in there, opening and closing. And then rotating that ball around. Feeling that energy. You can move. Relaxing your shoulders. Relaxing your body. And then coming back to center and just in and out. Feeling that energy in your hands. You might feel a sensation of warmth or tingling, or maybe nothing quite yet, and that's all right. In time, you'll start to sense that energy there. And now let's gather the qi into our lower Dan Tian, placing our right hand below our lower Dan Tian and scooping around with our left, bringing that in. Exhaling and inhaling. Inhaling all of that energy into your lower Dan Tian, where we're going to store that energy for when we need it. Nice little flow here, bringing that in. Very good. Now we're going to use two hands, gather the qi. So we're going to gather from behind us, from around us, and into our lower Dan Tian. Sinking as we gather, rising as we bring that qi in on the inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Let's do one more. And now let's go into pebble in the pond. We're going to hinge forward as we do. Our arms are going to come out, our palms facing the pond as we come around and bring it into our lower Dan Tian. Exhaling, sending out positive energy to all the world and all beings and bringing that in back to our belly. Extending positive, loving, healing energy out and bringing positive, loving, healing energy in. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sink. Tuning in. And now we're going to go one-handed. So we're going to keep our right hand below. And we're going to go other our left hand around. Sinking. Relaxing your body. Sending out loving light and energy. And bringing love and lighting energy into ourselves. Let's do one more on each side. Coming back to center. Let's do some centering. Inhaling up, exhaling down the midline. And again, we're bringing that into that lower Dan Tian. Centering, balance, balancing our head, heart, and body. And then placing both hands over your lower Dan Tian. Tuning in to the bubbling springs between the balls of your feet. Connected to the earth. Allow your body to rock and sway like bamboo in the wind or seaweed in the ocean. Tune into your body. Are there any differences between when you first started today and now? I'd like to send out gratitude to our healthcare workers, our service providers, our essential workers, for all that they do. I'd like to send out gratitude to all of those working for social justice and freedom and working with our world right now. I'd like to send out gratitude for all of you for being here today. I'd like you to have yourself, send yourself some gratitude for being here today. And in thinking about the goodness that I received through this practice of Qigong with you, I appreciate so much this little community and the feeling of belonging. For the relaxation, for the energy, for all the goodness that Qigong brings to me. And I'd like to dedicate all of that goodness to all beings, all species, all generations, and generations to come. Hoping that all beings can know happiness and the sources of happiness. That all beings can be free from suffering and the sources of suffering. And that all beings reach their highest potential. I appreciate you being here today. Shay Shay.